Okay, the second problem we're going to work on is number 71. So again, I went ahead and wrote the answer. It's going to be negative 37 over 36. And we want to use the order of operations to simplify this. So using the order of operations, the first thing we look, do we have anything in parentheses or brackets? Nope. Do we have any exponents? Nope. So now we just go ahead and work division and multiplication from left to right, top to bottom. So up here we can see we have that's addition, so we can't do anything there. We got division on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and have to figure out this term before we can move forward. So the first thing we are going to have to do is actually start off with some subtraction. We're going to have to simplify this term up top. So we remember how to simplify fractions. We have to find a common denominator. So we can find a common denominator pretty easy. We're going to get 7/9 minus, we're going to want 9 as our denominator. And the way we get 9 from 3 is, this is equal to 27 up here. Because 27 over 9 is equal to 3. So we have an equivalent fraction over here. And this is 5, 6 divided by 3/2 plus 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and carry it down here. We know that 7 minus 27 is going to give us negative 20/9 on top. Divided by 5, 6 divided by 3/2 plus 3/4. Now we can go ahead and do this division. We know when we divide fractions, we just flip the second guy or the bottom guy and multiply. So we're going to get negative 20 over 9 times, this is 5, 6. We got to flip it to be 6 over 5. We use a little cross multiplication. This goes in there. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 5 goes into 5 1 time. 5 goes into negative 20 negative 4 times. And this is going to give us negative 4 times negative 2, which is going to be negative 8 over 3. Now divided by 3/2 plus 3/4. Now again, the next thing we got to do is division, because we have division. Division is before addition. So again, dividing fractions, we just get the second guy and flip it. So we got negative 8 thirds times, and we turn it to multiplication, 2 thirds. And we can't do any cross multiplication. So negative 8 times 2 is going to equal negative 16 over 9 plus 3/4. And now to add, the last thing we need to do is add the fractions. To add in the fractions, we need a common denominator. The lowest common denominator for 9 and 4 is going to be 36. So negative 16 plus 9 is going to give us, to get 36 here, we got to multiply both these by 4. So negative 16 times 4 is negative 64. Divided by 9 times 4 is 36. And then we have to add, we have to multiply both these guys by 9. So 3 times 9 is 27 over 36. So we know our answer is going to be, have the denominator of 36. And now negative 64 plus 27 is going to be 37, negative 37. So So there we go. There's our answer. And sure enough, it matches exactly what we had to begin with. I'm going to try to do one more. I'll just save this guy. And work on number 77. They want us to evaluate given the value for the variable x. So here again, I'm just peeking. Our answer is going to equal 9. So if we don't get 9, then I know I'm doing something wrong. I have to check it. So nothing has changed from when we first were using the substitution or evaluation of a given variable. So all we got to do here is say, okay, everywhere we see an x, we need to put -1. So got to be really careful here. We have a negative, then our x squared minus 10x. So these are exactly the same, this guy and this guy. I just wanted to make sure that I'm really careful here because it's going to make a big difference. Now we go ahead and plug -1 everywhere we see an x. So here we have negative. Now we have a -1 there, squared minus 10 times -1. So here's why it was important to put that negative on the outside here. -1 squared is actually going to be +1. So we have a negative times 1 minus 10 times -1 gives us a -10. A -10 with a negative right there turns us to a +10. And now we just need to do addition. We know this negative in front of the 1 makes us a -1. So we have -1 plus 10. And we know from the last section that -1 plus 10 is equal to 9. And sure enough, that's our answer. So I got one more problem to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and we'll start a new one. Go do some of these problems and see if they're working out for you. Make sure to check your work and see you in the last video.